I think one of the reasons that people stay stuck in their journey and they keep restarting is because one bad meal becomes a bad day, and then one missed workout becomes a bad week. And I know this because I used to do the exact same thing. But I want to let you know that continuation literally beats perfection every single time. This is not only true for fitness, this is true for your finances. When something goes wrong, that doesn't mean abandon the plan. It means just keep continuing past the hardships and stop trying to be perfect and just continue. Because I can tell you from personal experience, I had a all or nothing mindset, like almost my entire life. It has to be all perfect or not at all, or just not done at all. And this was really because of like perfectionism too. And I know a lot of perfectionist people that are still perfectionists, and I see myself in it so clearly because I literally was this person. Like, it's all or nothing. I have to be fully 1,000% always doing everything perfect or nothing. And then I realized, like, after going to the gym after getting a personal trainer and going to the gym consistently for maybe like a month, I'm like, this is fake news. Nobody does that. Nobody can ever hit their workout 100% like the way that they want to hit it, or go to the gym specifically exactly when they need to, or do every single thing they need to hit specifically, if you know what I'm saying. Like, just being perfect, because you're not a perfect person. You're a human. Humans are not perfect. So when you try to put perfection, when you try to put perfection inside of life, you're going to get frustrated. When you think that you have to have the perfect gym outfit and the perfect workout and the perfect this and perfect that just to go work out, you're going to be continually frustrated all the time. If you think that, missing a night of sleep means that, you're going to have to miss the whole week worth of sleep, it's like, no, you just catch up the next night, you cut it early the next night, and then you move on. Like, it's the same thing in the gym. Like, you might really try your best to be in the gym, and you be like, I gotta cut this. Like, I have to cut this workout. I have to cut it. Like, I can't keep doing this. And so you cut the day short. It's like, that's not a failure. You just gotta, the next time you go, continue, just keep going. Like, it's not about perfection. It's not an all or nothing. It's not 100% perfect all the time. That mindset is really dangerous, because then it leads you to risk everything. And when you risk everything, then you actually are doing all or nothing mindset again. Like, it puts you in a more vulnerable position, because now you're risking everything. So for fitness, it's like, if everything's not perfect, you're just not going to go to the gym. Okay, now you're risking not being healthy at all versus being healthy maybe 75% the way you want, right? Like, I would rather take 75% of my goal than take zero. So the all or nothing mindset is just really bad. And people really start to restart every single time that they just don't think they can continue. You just got to continue. Like, you don't have to change the plan. You actually don't have to change the plan. The plan is not the problem. See, the plan of your workouts that you have, or what you said you were going to do, is just a guideline, babe. It's just a guideline. So this is what you're ideally supposed to do. And ideally, every time you go, that is what you're supposed to aim for. But that does not mean that's actually how it's going to pan out. And if you're under the delusion and illusion that it has to be perfect, then guess what? Every time you mess up, you're going to feel the need to restart. But I'm telling you right now that you don't need to restart. You just got to keep going on the plan. Let's say you miss your workouts for 2 days. Well, guess what? Wake up and go to the gym the next day. Like, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. It really doesn't. Because guess what? What about when you're sick? What about when you're cramping? What about when your stomach hurts? What about when you had a really, really tough day doing like something super busy, and you're feeling literally exhausted and you had no sleep? Like, what about those days? You're going to have them. So you can't do all or nothing, because you're just going to keep restarting. And people that restart never reach a goal, because they're never continuing on a path. You never get results that way, because continuation just is the way to go. And honestly, like, coming from a prior perfectionist, it actually does stop your consistency a lot, because you basically like keep stopping, restart, stop, restart, stop. And you keep doing that over and over and over. And it's like, you're not a perfect human anyway. So why are you being so stubborn about it? Because life is just life. And it's really because you feel like one specific decision is going to define who you are. And if you miss this workout, then you suck. Or if you don't do this thing properly, then you're bad. And it's like, no, like, you're human and you're allowed to just, okay, wake up the next day and try again. Like, just do it again. Just, put the next foot in front of the other and follow the same plan and just keep going. And you have to do it quickly, though. You can't like miss a day in the gym and then miss 3 days because you feel guilty, and then like just let go of that mindset. It's not all or nothing. Life is life. Everybody that you see that's online that goes to the gym or that goes to fitness or does whatever, Pilates, etc., or eats healthy, whatever, they all have cheat days. They all have days where they're not eating exactly what they're supposed to. They all have days where they overeat. They all have days where they have cravings that they give into. They all have days where they're not hitting everything specifically. But what they're showing is, their representation of what they feel like is their ideal. Now, me, it's a little bit different because my ideal is more human. So I'm going to tell you that when I'm sick, the steps was not happening. I'm going to be in my bed under my cover. I'm going to be under the bed, actually. Like, I'm just not going to do it. And if I get no sleep, I'm not doing it. If I made some very terrible choices on a weekend and I literally just can't even see straight, I'm not doing them, because I'm not going to put myself in a situation where I'm compromising my health even more. Because when your body's very weak, or your body's very exhausted, or your body's very fragile, when you force it to do workouts, even though walking is very easy, when you force it to do something that is strenuous, working out, like, what is that? 10K steps probably takes a few, well, it depends on how you do it, but let's just say it's a 2-hour walk that you going on a trail, right? So you're walking 2 miles there, 2 miles back. Let's just say that. Like, you're going to force your body to do that while it's exhausted. You can do it. I'm not doing that, because that's how people keep restarting, because they force themselves to do stuff they don't need to do when they could just like understand one decision doesn't define you, take a break, and then you continue whenever you need to continue. Like, you continue when it's time to continue. Like, do not be the person that just keeps trying to stop themselves, because I would much rather be the person that works out every other day for a year versus the person that works out for 1 month and then they take a whole entire 11 months off, right? Because one of us is consistent, even though we're not perfect and we're not going every day and we're not, sticking to the plan, but we're going to have better results than the one that, went hard and intense in the beginning and then just gave up. And you have to return back to it quickly. Like, if you have a day off, return back to your routine as best as you can in the way that you can. Maybe you do half your workout. Maybe you do a quarter of your workout. Maybe you just do a little lap around the neighborhood and come back. Maybe you just do something, walk up and down the stairs and come back. Like, do something, because when you start chasing streaks and start chasing goals of specific numbers and stuff, like, that's why, I don't want people to get misconstrued by me using the word 10,000 steps, because it's really not a goal to hit. It's just a number to aim for that signifies a significant amount of daily body movement. Like, it's really that, like, it's, if you get 9,999 steps and you don't hit the 10,000, like, nothing's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, some days you hit higher, some days you hit lower. Like, it really doesn't matter. But the problem is that when you start chasing the streaks and chasing the numbers and you use those things unhealthily, then you actually don't build a lifestyle. You just build like this thing that eventually is going to crumble. But when you are actually building a fitness lifestyle and you're integrating it into your day and your life, then your goal doesn't have to be perfect days anymore. It doesn't have to be anything like inhumane or that doesn't sustain over time. It literally becomes a goal or your goal then becomes, is just making sure that one imperfect day never gives you enough reason to just stop.